conversation will rule the nation on face-to-face basis when we blast off. It's real on the dance floor, on the turf of the court. Yeah, we here for the sport, so take your mask off so I can hear your ass talk. Let me hear you explain. Hold the thoughts on your brain. Is your ass smart? Spit facts and real talk. I need that shit from the street that make you think real deep and take a long walk. This podcast is hella lit with my man J Defense and Skizzo Blizzo.
Gang, gang, gang. Gang.
Big them steppers, call the squad, let's meet and greet. I'm talking loud, the speakers beat. I bring the crowd, you hear the feet. Gang, swerve out, shake down, slide now, straight to the beach, you know that. Traveling fees and Kodaks, yeah for the ring, bitch. Throw them threes, say a giant got grace, now you got in your bones to make my bread. Don't know nobody, come find out I try somebody. Don't you say right, find you on your knees. This is not a question, I am hard to please. Got the right bitch, stay geeked up, no call log or free touch. Stay out of sight, Jack, don't make a sound, Jack. You will be eating, Jack, if you are found, Jack. Stay out of sight, Jack, don't make a sound, Jack. You will be eating, Jack, if you are found. Say a giant got grace, no creep got in your bones to make my bread. Got the right bitch, stay geeked up, no call log or free touch.
What it do, family, man? Welcome back to the team, man. Masculine Covered Podcast, man. You know what it is, man. Make sure y'all are sitting out here watching, subscribing, liking, doing what y'all do, man. This is J Defense, JAYDFENCE on all platforms. And as always,
it's your boy Hollywood Skiz. Like he said, like, hit that like button, subscribe all the time, man. We're looking for more subscribers, more likes every time, comments. We're going to say this every time. We trying to grow with y'all. But we out here, man. Special edition. My birthday out here, man. So I want to hear happy birthday out there.
happy birthday, bro.
Just don't do nothing. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We got some, I was about to clown them. We got some people in the house today. I'll let them introduce themselves. You know, it's a big panel tonight.
Big panel. You already know, man. El Nil, Mr. Talking to the Moon.
Who we got in here?
You got the Wave God in the building, a.k.a. Frog Dog, the commissioner.
Oh, man.
I'm in the building tonight, you know, bottles on deck.
What the bottles is?
Bel Air Rose sipping.
Okay.
The Swami Wave is in the building. You know what it is tonight.
Okay, special guest and shit. Who else we got in here?
Got Jinx in the building.
Okay, special tender touch.
Now. Got Jinx in the building now.
Y'all definitely need to go back and watch that video with Redbone that had Jinx featured on that. But also we came into a song, an artist out of Beantown. Ill Nil, put us on who this artist is.
Artist by the name of Sweets, man. You know, up and coming. You know, this is actually something different from what she normally does. You know, she normally does the hip hop R&B thing, but you know, youngin, so she wanted to do something more on the drill side. You know, just showing the versatility. You know, but keep your eye out for her.
We like it, man. We like it.
Definitely a nice track, man.
Real nice, real wavy.
And as y'all can see, it's been a minute since we did our original, just the 1-2, even though it's not just the 1-2. We've been having a lot of
1, 2,
special
3, 4, 5 tonight.
But like we've been having, you know, special guests or what have you, and we haven't been doing our drink of the day, our question of the day. I know that a lot of you guys been missing that. We've been getting that in the comments, bring that back. So tonight, you know, the birthday edition. Happy birthday again, Skizzo. Let's do that drink of the day,
birthday
man.
too.
Shit, my man Frizzo. Wavy one.
Wavy birthday yesterday.
Okay. That's the game is on, man.
Before I go into the drink of the day, Scorpios run this one.
Scorpios run this shit.
Next week.
Hold on, we got another one here. When your shit, Jinx?
Wavy,
12.
man.
This is 12.
Scorpio too? Oh, we wavy. We
Oh,
can
my
say
daughter's is the 8th, but she ain't here. Happy
Happy
birthday to my
birthday.
daughter.
Gotta say that.
Yeah,
Oh,
facts,
miss it.
man. Bunch of moves.
Happy birthday to her too. She's gonna be a Cowboys fan.
Yo,
soon.
but before we get started, yo, big bro, before we get started, let's see Skids mixes
Yeah, the drink of the
that
day.
wavy drink of the day.
drink of the day.
Let's see
The drink
Skids
of the
do
day.
his thing. I
Well,
wanna
I'm
see
just
that.
about to shout you out to let
Do your
people
thing,
know.
though.
Hold on, I'm about to let people know how we do
your
every
thing, man.
year. My birthday's the 2nd. My man Frog, the wavy one, his is the 3rd. For I don't know, 10 years or more, we've been celebrating our birthday every year the same
Every
way.
year.
My birthday come in, his come in. We always been together for 10 straight years. So that's something strong to me. You know what I mean?
That's what's up.
It's my
But you
dog,
know what's
man.
crazy though? Every
My
year, my nigga Ill Neil usually have control of the clubs.
You do,
We ain't
man.
got
That's the
no
first
control
year
of
you
the
got us out
clubs
here
this
on Mass
year. We ain't got no, we don't have down.
Listen,
Like we
I told
do.
you,
You get strapped on the clubs
I
and the
already
things,
told
man.
y'all, tomorrow night, we going up at Stella's, 49 Temple Place, downtown Boston, man. Just come through.
Stop playing that Marvin Gaye with Patti LaBelle and shit,
You
nigga.
know,
Fuck.
listen, I'm gonna put it out there. It's open format, but you know how I do, man. You know, regardless, open format, how whatever genre of music, I'm gonna make it shake. That's
Alright.
what I do.
But we gonna do this drink of the day. Y'all ain't heard it in a minute, but it's pretty simple.
We don't want to see you mix it.
You gotta mix it, but
Ow, ow, ow.
today we got we just came up. My man Jack came. My man JD came up with this shit. I usually come up with this shit, but he came with something smooth tonight. We got the Bel Air Rose and the Remy Martin. We call this shit the new Rolls Royce. Come cop this shit. I drank the Remy. My dude drank the Bel Air. We mixing it tonight.
So basically, when you do yours, you gonna put it in everybody's cup?
Nah, everybody don't drink. This is just for.
But what about one? What about one of them?
Nah, you gotta be over 21 for this shit. So.
One more
I got
year.
CID. I got CID with this shit. But let me show y'all. I already got the Bel Air in here. I got the Remy ain't touched. You know,
A little bit.
not a little bit. It's a lot of bits. My birthday. Shit.
Shit.
This don't do nothing.
Damn, I thought that's what I was drinking, just drink.
Anybody else want to taste it? Or
I already got that. That's what I'm
Sure.
doing.
Just a tap.
Right,
Just
you
a
gonna
tap.
be waved out.
Just a
man.
tap. I'm
You
calling Mama Wavy.
You ain't got
He
no
put
wave.
more
You
than
bald,
that.
nigga.
That's
You
it.
ain't got no wall. Hey, this nigga.
You should have hit him with a little bit more.
Tell him, big bro.
That's
good,
Big bro, tell him.
I know. I tried to.
That's it.
Well, try it.
You gonna
I did it already. I mean,
Try it again, nigga. I'm drunk.
You need a vampire drink. Give it a little respect. What the?
Okay.
Mask uncovered, y'all already know.
Oh,
man.
y'all trying to go to the club
Mask
tonight.
up, you already know.
But see, we ain't clowning all night, y'all. We're gonna get into a few quick topics, and then we just, wherever we go from there, we go.
Yeah, just something that we've been playing with. I mean, obviously stuff that's on everybody's mind. The Kyrie situation, man. So real quick, and then we'll pick off. But either way, he got suspended at least 5 games. This was as of today. Well, we'll say as of Friday, because we'll release this video tomorrow. So stay tuned. But so he was suspended at least 5 games, which means he could be gone for the season. And you know that owner's Jewish too, and he has those anti-Semitic comments out there about Jewish people, what have you. But the whole thing is he put a link out there on Twitter, which was to a specific movie called Hebrews to Negroes, Wake Up Black America. So all the feedback and, obviously we don't want to go into all the realms of everything. You could just Google Kyrie and what's going on. But all in all, we just want to touch base on that, like how you feel about him being suspended. Is it right? Should he have to stand up and say something to apologize, or should he go ahead and eat that, lose millions, and possibly his NBA career? How do you feel about what's going on with that man?
First of all, he forwarded a text. He didn't do anything. He didn't say any of this. He just forwarded a text to a movie.
So he forwarded a link to
the
on his
movie,
Twitter, right?
Hebrews to Negroes.
Yeah.
Negroes.
Well,
He broke the Negroes.
This
Just
shit
so
sound better.
everybody knows, Nike suspended his deal.
No, he got the deal suspended. Plus, he got NBA's 5 days, and that's just for right now, 5 games, right? But all I'm saying is,
At least 5 games.
At least, yeah.
all I'm saying is, to anybody who's saying he did something wrong, what did he do wrong?
Thank you.
They ain't illing on the dudes who made the movie like a few people said. Like no one's saying anything about the directors or the
Okay,
movie.
all right,
It's just
so-
that it's like Kyrie made the movie.
No, all right, but playing devil's advocate. Okay, so now if you're on any platform, Twitter, anything social media, we don't have to go down the line. Okay, so
Yeah.
if I put a link out to my man's book, my man just wrote a book, or one of my best friends just dropped an album,
Yeah.
and you send a link to that specific thing, isn't that promotion? Like, so everything that you do on social media is quote unquote promotion. So, without words being said, I don't even have to say, hey, go check out my man's new album, go check out my girl's new cooking show. All I gotta do, if I post a link and I have more than 100 followers, now we're talking about somebody that has millions of followers, is the social media all about promotion? So
Yes.
now when you post a
I
link
think so, yeah.
to a movie that has anti-Semitic conversations or undertones within the movie, and then you don't say anything like, oh, listen, check out this movie, this is whack, check out this movie, this is great, you just post a link to this. Now, you have millions of followers. What responsibility do it play on you when this movie has these undertones to it, right?
You see the movie?
I have not seen the movie.
Okay.
But from what I've heard, and
Can't do
it's
that.
anti-Semitic
Can't do that.
speech. But okay, once it's brought to his attention, because let's say he watched the movie. He said he watched the movie, and he felt that again, it's just a movie similar, or what it's about is like black Israelites, what have you, and black man is God and black man is first. So,
Right.
But then it was more or less about the Holocaust is made up and it really didn't happen and things of that nature. So if you do the research about just that itself. Now, even if I didn't watch the movie and I heard that it was good and I posted a link out there, here's the whole situation, or here's the problem or the issue. Once it's brought to his attention, hey Kyrie, this movie has this stuff going for it.
Yeah.
You're working, your owner is Jewish, like you're getting money off of Jewish people, what have you. So,
Yeah.
but more importantly, anti-Semitic comments, like, do you stand for this? Yes or no? And he never responded back saying, listen, I do not agree with anti-Semitic
Yes, he
comments.
did.
I do not.
His first interview, yes, he did.
He didn't say it the way they want him to say it.
Right. My dog.
Talk out.
He said,
All right.
yeah, I'm not
So,
anti-Semitic. I don't stand against one group. He did.
Let me-
In his
let me-
first
all right.
interview.
Let me throw
He did.
something in here. Let me throw
Right.
something
You
in
right,
here.
you right, Skizzo.
First and
Right.
foremost, are we supposed to be in the land of the free? What happened to free speech?
You black.
Such thing.
Don't worry.
And I totally agree. We are
But
black.
you know the way we live though.
Very
You know the
true.
way
Crazy.
we
Very
live.
true. But
It's
now,
crazy.
now this whole anti-Semitic movement, should I say? Because right now there's just a lot of things that I feel like us as a people, I don't agree with everything that's being said with them. But let's keep it 100. A lot of the stuff that they're saying, there's a whole lot of truth to it. A whole lot of truth to it. Whether we talk about Kyrie, whether we talk about Kanye. Now, if we start talking about, and I don't want to jump from Kyrie to Kanye,
Fellas,
but
let's get it right. Yay.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
So If we talk about Ye,
We're going to get into We're going to get into
and that's why I want to
Not
kind of
yet.
hold off on what I gotta say. Yeah, I'm gonna hold off. But if we talk about either one of these gentlemen who have made these statements,
Right.
there is some truth to their statements. There's some truth to the information that they're putting out there. There's some truth to everything that's being said. So now, my only thing is, again, what happened to freedom of speech? Because there's been a whole lot of, and I'm trying to be politically correct, but we've been being called niggas for years, and I don't see no fuss being made about that. I
Nobody
don't see no fuss being made about that.
Nobody
You get in more trouble for using the word faggot than you do nigga.
That's why I say,
Like, so
that's why I
it-
say
it-
fruit cup.
Fruit cup, whatever you want to do, like, but you know, like there's a lot of
Unclear people.
twisted situations here, and you
Little
know,
people.
I'm gonna leave it here with my comment because I got some
You know what I'm
things that I
saying?
want to throw out there just to see y'all opinion. Like this is my opinion. So tomorrow we might get, oh, you can't watch Mask Uncovered, and I don't want to do what Ye did to. I'm not even gonna say the other podcast platform, but they said that Ye destroyed that. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is this: they also gave Ye the opportunity that no one else was trying to give him. But let's
not. Go ahead. No, go ahead, James. I'll talk to you.
My take on this is, if you're gonna call it out, call it all out. Like you said, we've been called the N-word for years. We've been stepped on for years. I'm opposed to the word hate. I don't hate nobody, and I don't think any of us in here. But if you're gonna call everybody out on it, you gotta start with some of these politicians. You gotta start with some of these, other groups. If we're calling everything out, let's call everybody out. Don't just do it when there's a black man,
Right.
a wealthy black man, calling it out. So now you want to suspend him, take his endorsements away. Let's call it all out. Let's call it all as it is. If we're trying to stop hate and all these other things, let's call it all out.
Okay, let's say this. All right, not even playing devil's advocate, right? Okay, you can believe in what you believe in, right? So you can believe the black man is God. You can believe that the black man is earth. So no knock to anybody, and you can believe that. Now, here's where I guess some issues come in, right? This is when something's being denied. Okay, so if anybody outside the black race says slavery was a myth, that did not happen. Black people were not enslaved. Or, like Ye's, hate to bring them, slavery was a choice.
Yeah.
How do we then feel when those comments are made?
But you know what I think he meant from that? What I'm getting out of it, and everybody can speak. What I think he got out of it. Sometimes we don't use the correct words and make the right reactions and shit.
Yeah,
but from making slavery a choice is what I think he meant. Not enough of us was Nat Turner that didn't take it and like, let's die before I be enslaved. So that's what he meant. That's what I think he meant.
Okay, so it's ironic. So it's ironic. Instead of defending those conversations, let's forget that part, because let's go back to the first part. What if somebody outside of the African American black race was saying slavery did not exist?
Did not exist?
There was no such thing as slavery.
What they say worse?
That's what's false. Those are not opinions. That's what's false.
So think this. I think I kind of take where you're going, right? So we have all these so-called anti-Semitic statements that are being stated, right? Anytime you say anything about the Jewish experience, right? Okay, so as soon as you say something about the Jewish experience that they don't agree with, it's anti-Semitic. So now, hold on. So now, my question is, if anytime you say something about the black experience that black people don't agree with, or that may not be factual, or there may be a little twist to the truth, and because there's a thin line between the truth and false statements. Is it fair to say we call it, because what's going on right now is starting to make me question, is it fair to call it anti-rich nigger syndrome opposed to anti-Semitic? Like,
where we are.
Or I won't even use the word nigger or negro. Is it fair to say anti-rich black person, black man, woman, doesn't matter, So
as a black race, as a black race, if somebody came out, and outside the black African American race, and they said my race is powerful, my race was here first. I go down the line, I don't need to. Indians, whites, what have you. My race is powerful. So it's okay for you to feel powerful about your race. Right? So you could say, okay, my race was first. But once you start to denounce another race, once you start speaking on another race, so if I'm outside of the African American race and I say anything against, slavery did not exist. That did not, because that's what this book is saying. The Holocaust didn't exist. Whatever transpired, that's false. This is something that they're telling you. So now, all I'm saying is when you start to say things of that nature, you start getting into, how you're now degrading or affecting other people's beliefs. So it's okay for you to always speak your power, your own existence. It becomes a problem when I start saying, your team sucks, your team is this, that, and the other. Like, it's okay for you to uplift your team, your power, your structure, your race.
It's okay to uplift your team and uplift others. Why you uplift?
No, not others. I'm just speaking of
others, you know?
I don't even have to, but what I'm saying is I can't. When you're in a position of power, right? So it's okay to have a belief, like we all do, and whatever power you believe in. But it becomes a problem when I start to denounce or start affecting other races that I have no idea about. So when a white person starts to tell me how it is to live as a black man, you cannot tell me that. You need to sit down with a black person that can tell you.
But the truth is the truth. Like, if you say something and it's the truth, and you don't like it, and it's another race that don't like it, it doesn't mean it's not the truth.
So
what
the
I'm
Holocaust
saying
exists in your eyes.
that's not what that I didn't read that book, neither did you. I don't think it said, but I'm saying
that's what it said, that it was fake. Like it's almost like saying slavery did
I
not
don't know if
exist.
it said that. I don't know.
That's part of it.
Are you
That's
sure
part
that
of it. Yes, that's part of it. That they're speaking about.
They said the Holocaust
The Nazis
didn't exist.
Didn't happen.
So
Didn't happen.
Didn't happen.
I didn't read the book, so I
That's what I'm saying. Like, but you didn't even need to know that much, right? Like, but just to know, without even knowing that, right? If I start to now, this is the problem, right? Because I see what you're saying. Like, if I didn't know exactly what he was denouncing, I didn't know exactly what he said, what have you. But listen to what we're saying. We're saying it's anti-Semitic, right? So right now we're saying that what he said. Okay.
That's what the
Kyrie didn't say nothing.
Well, that's what the book. That's what the movie and actually.
The movie is the
But
Hebrews to me.
But what I'm
Now-
saying is, you all saying it said the Holocaust didn't exist. Are you sure if the person who directed that movie, made that movie, and you said to him, you said in the movie that Holocaust, that's what he would say too? Like, is it? I didn't see the movie or hear the movie.
Right,
Does he have a defense to what you said? Whoever directed the movie or whoever believes?
When a white person said that, the
No,
slavery
no.
didn't
We're talking about
exist.
what happened. No, not what could happen. Let's talk about what happened.
Back to freedom of speech. And what I was going to say was, I didn't see the from Hebrews to Negroes. I see a small portion of it, like a
Not
trailer
enough
of
to
it,
say
right? Not enough
to what
to
we're
give my
saying.
opinion on it.
Right.
Neither did I see the movie, and I hate to go back to him, but the movie that Kanye based, the Candace Owens movie, about the George Floyd and the other issues that go on in black
I see
community.
roots.
Now, my problem with us as a people, I feel that we are so judgmental amongst each other.
Absolutely.
We knock each other with everything,
Oh,
right?
absolutely.
We like Jews, they stick together.
Irish,
Any other culture, race, they stick together.
Oh,
Us as a people, we're so judgmental. Maybe he fucking did it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's our train of thought, right?
We put
So
each other down.
Yes.
my issue with the whole Kanye thing, right? Kanye, Kyrie, all of them. Kyrie, they've been saying for some time, Kyrie's a fucking head case.
Right.
They've been saying that for some time, right?
Right.
When Kyrie don't want to play and he doesn't show up to a game, Kyrie's a head case,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
And this is our own people saying this, right?
Yep.
Even and the reason why I keep going Kanye, because they have similar traits. Kanye's a fucking head case, right? And now as a people, we deal with mental health, we deal with PTSD, racism, the list goes on, right?
Correct.
Now, so if we know as a people that Kanye have quote unquote mental health issues, he's what did they say? He's bipolar, right?
Yeah.
All these different titles and labels that they've been putting on this man, right? Oh, he's crazy. Stop me if I'm wrong, right? With every crazy person I know, there's a little bit of genius in them as well.
Everybody.
Every genius that we know, there's they're a little bit off, right? So now,
I agree with that.
I'm gonna save my comments for the Kanye because I don't want to take away from Kyrie.
Right.
Kyrie, the same issue. Like we're talking about men who are in a different tax bracket. We're talking about wealthy black men who
Have a platform.
who have a platform, who have millions of people following them. So the moment that they don't want to perform or do what we want them to do, instead of supporting what reason they may have for what they're doing, we'll be the first people to be like, oh, yo, he's bugging, blah, 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 and we support the shit that they're saying about him. But when this fucking Charlie Sheen bugging out or doing drugs or whatever the hell he may be doing, you know what we say? We say nothing. And neither do they. They don't condemn them. They put them in the
And why aren't they talking about the director? And like, why is it Kyrie getting the most flack? Like, before Kyrie said this, why hasn't this film been talked about and the director and the writer? Like, why hasn't that been said? No one said anything about that until
Absolutely.
Kyrie
You know why?
fucking tweets.
You know why? Because they never brought it up by choice. And if they don't bring it up,
That's
you
what I'm trying
don't
to
pay
get out.
attention.
That's what I'm trying to
Because
get
you
out.
only pay attention to what Stephen A. Smith says, and you
Shannon
only
Sharp.
pay attention to what SportsCenter says.
Right.
And we doing so much digging on what Kyrie said. Are we doing as much digging to see if what he said or what he did was meant
Nope.
for something deeper?
Because nobody here
They
even
have
seen
a
the movie.
valid
Right.
point.
Right.
Hey,
Right.
one thing, and I'm gonna step out. Y'all know De La Soul, right?
Yes.
Y'all love De La Soul?
I do.
You know they just got their masters back after 30 years.
Facts.
You know he was fighting, right?
Facts.
I don't
Tom-
fuck with that
Tom-
beef for Tupac. I don't
But
fuck
nah,
with
nah,
that.
but,
I just fuck with you.
But like real talk, Tom Silverman, he owned their. He wouldn't give them back their masters for nothing. After 20 years, you're supposed to be able to re-record your record and release it on streaming. They couldn't even do that. Tom Silverman, y'all know who Tom Silverman is?
Yes, I know.
You know what he is?
Yeah.
All right, so you know Kanye was very, very distraught over De La Soul not getting their masters back.
Let's talk
I didn't
about
know
the
that.
Anita Baker situation.
So I know, but before we going so
We
crazy.
didn't talk
Go
about
ahead, bro.
Prince.
No, I got you. But
Go ahead, bro.
just real talk, like real talk. You know how they win? Cause we all in this room and we all done said fuck them white boys before, fuck that cracker. But we sitting here judging Kyrie off of posting something that makes sense. What?
Thank you.
We really, but I get it. We're gonna go back and debate, and I get it. We gotta do this for the thing. But real talk, we really discussing this when we all have been like, fuck that white boy.
But see, this is the difference, right?
Okay.
Not all of us feel the same way,
We've all
right?
said
The same way, we already know, like, not all white people are KKK.
He never said all of them.
No,
he
but
said
this,
Jewish
you just said,
have been using the
Listen,
black man.
I'm
for
using what
evil.
you just said. You just said we
Well,
all.
that white
You
boy.
said that we all have just.
Have we?
said.
Who has not ever said fuck that white boy?
Well, that's
Raise your
like-
hand.
Which one of them have-
How we judging? How we judging?
But again, so that's not fuck every white person.
We didn't say that.
I get where you're
He
going,
didn't.
bro.
He never said
I'm not
that.
saying he did.
He might be talking about somebody specific. Did anyone ask him who you talk about
They have.
specifically?
They have.
Hold
They
on,
have.
JB.
Yeah.
I
Ooh.
feel
I didn't
where
hear
he's
that.
coming
I
from.
didn't see that
It's
part.
not every person, right?
I didn't hear nobody
Right
ask you.
now, I'm sitting here thinking to myself, no bullshit. This is my thoughts right now. I'm like, your ass might be fired Monday. Because, you know, in so much, see, I went to work today and I got on my Mask Uncovered podcast joint,
they
right?
messed up.
So this is how they work. They were like, Mask Uncovered podcast.
That's how you want to work.
Somebody was like, boom. So they're gonna look at this, right? And if they see this and they be like, oh, you know, that guy, he was on, and they were talking about anti-Semitic, making anti-Semitic statements and racism and fuck that white boy. And now that's, you know.
After that, I'll sum it up.
That's why, you know.
And I don't think it could be a debate about what that. Then we get into this.
No. I'm just saying. I'm speaking hypothetically.
No, I know what you're saying, but
Because it can happen either way.
The one thing that's missing with everything that everybody is saying. There's no problem with anybody in the world living the way they want to live, right? So there are people that's living on the land. There's people that's like, I don't want no cellular service, that I just want a homegrown everything. So here's the issue. When you decide, like you said, if I go to work, I need to wear a uniform. So if I'm a gas station attendant and I have to wear stop to shop gas station, and I decide to show up to work with my hoodie on.
But they ain't waiting though.
All I'm saying is,
They ain't waiting. You gotta
the one part that we're all missing is, okay,
you gotta be stop the
you have a job,
You gotta
right?
do it, yeah.
So there are rules and regulations. There's not rules and regulations to your life. You're not guaranteed anything in this world but to breathe, right? As long as you're living. Everything else you gotta work for. You gotta do it. You can live how you want to live. But when you're working, when you have to show up, all you're talking about is Kyrie's responsibility as an employee of the Brooklyn Nets.
Absolutely.
Right? So we're not talking about whether he was right or wrong, or if it was good. He could do that if he was a 25-year-old young boy living in Brooklyn. He could text this and put it out on everything. He could even say, I love this, I hate that. He could do whatever he wanted to do.
It's okay.
Pause.
It's okay to
Because
do
isn't
that.
it in Kyrie's contract that he cannot post a movie? Regardless of what the movie's about.
There are clauses in your contract that says there's anything that's detrimental to the team could
AKA,
affect your contract.
AKA.
What about that movie was detrimental to the team?
Anti-Semitic comments. Whenever you're coming out saying
It's-
anything against,
He didn't say anything.
So okay. I'm Kyrie Irving.
You're right.
I
He didn't
post.
say anything.
Go check out the new movie Django. Yeah, right? I'm just saying, like, and hypothetically speaking, right? I put Django out there, right?
Wouldn't have been no problem. Wouldn't have been no problem.
Or playing the Beatles in the locker room saying,
Right, it wouldn't have been no problem.
Okay,
Right.
or
do
let's
that.
talk about, because a lot of people are overlooking the bigger issue when it comes to these athletes, rappers, producers, whatever, et cetera, movie stars, whatever you want to put. Like, it doesn't matter if it was Kyrie, it doesn't matter if it was Kanye, it doesn't matter if
It was the way it
it didn't matter if it was me alone.
No, not even that. So, what was the problem with Colin Kaepernick?
That's a tough stuff.
Hey,
Call.
but
Call him
we still got another
Well,
topic.
Call him that guy. He was that guy.
Let me break it
He
down
was
real
that guy.
quick before we go into takeoff situation.
I'll show you what the problem
You
was.
had to get on your knee, Ill.
It's a
Give me real quick. DJ Ill still within
Is that
the
anti-Semitic?
no, Skills is gonna take off to where we about to go. Before Skills say this real quick. It ain't just a black thing. Remember the white boy from Philadelphia was at a concert. He was like, I'm gonna fuck you up, niggas. But he said the word niggas, what have you. The repercussions, okay, you said some words. So again, you're an employee of the Philadelphia Eagles, and you said these words, you're out of here. So we're not just sitting up here. We can't just make it, okay, it's just blacks against white, or it's just
Absolutely.
whether your beliefs, whatever. I want you to always still bring it back to, you're still an employee of an organization, and if
Right.
you say
Code of
anything,
ethics.
if you say anything that's detrimental to your team,
depends on how
Hold
powerful
on,
you are.
hold on. He said out of his own mouth, I'm going to fuck you up, niggers.
Correct.
Right? Which was a
His own
racist
mouth.
statement made by
Himself.
It
He
wasn't him
tweeting
tweeting a movie.
Now,
it
watch
wasn't
this.
him showing.
now, here's the difference what happened with Kyrie. You gotta remember when Kyrie initially did that, it took 10 days for this final 5 games plus to be suspended. And know what? If you read the comments of why they finally suspended him, they gave him numerous opportunities to come out,
He did.
not apologize, to say that he's not anti-Semitic.
He said-
That
He
he's
said that his first interview.
He said, I can't be anti-Semitic if I know where I came from. Do you know what that means?
He said that,
There's a
and he
difference.
said I'm
There's a
not
difference.
against any group or religion.
You don't
Like, he
gotta
said
say it
that
how
in his
you want me to
first
say it. You want me to be on camera saying sorry,
I hear
boss.
y'all. I hear y'all talking
No.
right now. In y'all interpretation, that's what y'all
No, he
need.
said it. It ain't no interpretation. He
So
said it with his mouth.
So listen to this.
Right.
What?
The reporter says, okay, all of that said and done, all of that dodging that you're doing.
Dodge.
Are you?
Don't say that.
Let me
You
finish.
can't finish with dodging.
Niggas are never gonna win.
Okay, this is what.
The reporter said.
You don't even got it.
That's what you
Five days.
That's what the reporter said.
5 days later. Here's your opportunity. Here's your opportunity.
He already said in his first
Here's
interview
your opportunity.
to do what?
No, nigga, I'ma stand strong.
Let him talk. Let me hear him.
Go ahead.
I'm not
No,
on
not
the
you.
next.
No, not you. Not you.
Might be.
Do you
Right,
or don't you
right.
agree with what you posted? Yes or no? Are you anti-Semitic? Yes or no? This is what the world wants to know.
No, not the world. Cause I don't.
I'm not you. I'm
No,
not.
but not
this
the
is just-
world though.
We're not debating who. This,
No,
yes
no.
or no?
Right.
And the reason why the Brooklyn Nets had that statement out there.
Okay.
Google it.
I got it.
We
No, I
gave-
got it. I've been paying
We
attention.
gave Kyrie Irving
Right.
many chances to denounce
Okay.
that he is anti-Semitic.
Hold on, Negro.
That all he is. Listen.
They're not listening, cuz.
Negro. Many chances.
They're not listening, cuz.
So,
Alright.
y'all keep saying that the first time he came out, right?
Not
that
the
he
first
said-
time. Not the first time.
Without, that at some point y'all felt that he made a comment.
He did
Y'all,
say a comment.
Okay, y'all feel that.
No, he did. It's not Phil.
Just listen to what
Right.
I'm saying.
I got
If you Google right now
Okay.
Why?
There we go.
why the Brooklyn Nets
Fuck the Nets.
suspended
Yeah. I
him,
got you. Yes.
and their reasons were,
Right.
whatever y'all saying that he did,
Right.
he didn't do.
Okay. You know what? I
So-
commend that man for not saying it.
That's all it is. So just say that.
And as a black
just
man,
say that.
thank
Don't
you,
debate
Kyrie.
me about why
No,
they
no, I'm not
suspended him.
debating
I'm
you.
not
This is a
saying
podcast. I
he
get it.
did or didn't. No, I'm just saying that the reason why this we
But we're not gonna let that get out there with us not saying.
No.
Some people might listen to you and not know that he did say, I'm not
Right, that's all.
anti-Semitic and anti-Semitic and I do not believe
But if you
in
listen to
any
his
religion.
comments, he never really said
He
it.
did!
What?
We're telling you this!
He
He did is what we're telling you.
We're going too far off.
But let's
Not
go
really. I
on.
love
He
you.
did say it, is what I'm saying. Yes, he did.
Yes,
Yes, he did.
He did. Yeah.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say something to this as a whole, not just.
I know what means trouble, but we talking about later. Like, I don't know. We in trouble, right? If they don't know what that means, we in trouble. But anyway, go ahead.
So here's my problem with the media, like even with the police brutality, even with the politicians. When they say you do something wrong, why do they always think an apology puts a band-aid on everything?
Cause that's a form of I got my knee on your neck. Shut up and say what I say.
That's always like
That's
saying sorry. And that, right.
This person
And that transitions into me. That transitions into me
That's
into
a
this.
wavy.
That transitions into me into this. Because there's a power structure out there that we don't control, and whatever they say goes. I don't give it, and they confuse us, and they make us say and go against each other. But it's a power. When they brought us over here, you think they gave up their power just because you think we're free? It's a power structure. You can't say what you want to say, black. You can't. You can't have a free mind because they'll cut you down. And we don't have any power. We don't control nothing.
But I swear, the world keeps saying that. They brought us over here. Why wasn't we already here? I ain't gonna go into that now.
Said who? What?
That's another story for another day. Like I said, I'm putting that out. That's a topic for another day. A lot of people keep saying that. They brought us over
That's
here.
another topic.
There was people here. We could have been here. But that's like again. All right, so let's get out of here. All right, no. So let's get out of here.
I got you.
Yeah. But yeah, all right. So and that's a long line to be going. Anyway, so obviously we're not gonna go into Kanye's kind of mixing in that, but we losing time.
Yay!
So what we gonna do is we gonna go into what we did the drink of the day tonight, so we also gonna go into the question of the day. Boom. So really, it's not even so much the question today, but almost the topic of the day. We're gonna talk about takeoff, right? Like in his murder and what happened, and where do we feel is it society as a whole in this country about the murder rate, what have you? Because rest in peace to Takeoff, but there's another family that just lost another Takeoff. In other words, their son, their cousin, their brother, what have you. So I don't want. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Across the world. So I know that Takeoff is a popular individual, what have you.
I'm with you with that.
So
I'm with you with that.
it's nice to, and we could take it anywhere from here, but just the idea of murder, senseless murders, and like being murdered by, you know, African Americans in your own community and so forth. But so that was along that line, and you guys can take off. You can take off, but we can speak on Takeoff and how that relates to, because even rap murders, you got Pop Smoke, PNB, Rock, Nipsey Hussle. You got so many rappers
that correlates to the hood itself.
But also,
you got the long
Good shit, Katie. Good shit.
Rock Ducati, may he rest in peace.
Right. So anybody can go from there. How do y'all feel like what's going on in the world right now?
Let me say this.
So, to me, I'm not gonna say a society issue or a world issue. We have a black cultural issue. And a lot of it is too many of our men, and I hate to say this, have weak emotions. So they get upset and they think a simple argument or a simple stare down has to result in gunshots.
But sometimes, I could be looking at you like, check it out, I could be looking at you like, I could be looking at you, but in my mind I'm thinking, that's not right.
See, but that's me and you.
In your mind, you might be thinking like, he's looking at me like,
That's
what
a
the
cultural
is,
issue.
yeah.
You know why? It's a cultural issue. It's how our culture presents. Not saying all of us, but the culture presents itself that way.
You know, I was looking at something the other day. It was speaking about
I could have just been over some bread.
as black men, we're raised to defend. We're taught to defend ourselves before we're taught to rationalize.
Yep.
We're taught to fight.
Say that again for the people out here.
We're taught to defend ourselves before we're taught to rationalize. Like we're taught from the beginning, and even this shit even goes into some of our dealings with women, for that fact. Well, I'm touching it real quick. Like, the first thing you teach your son or daughter, for that matter, right? The first thing you teach your son or daughter from birth, right, to the time from birth to the time they go into preschool. If someone hits you, you hit them back, right? And then for us males, when our son comes home and he has slapped the shit out of a little girl that's in the classroom because she hit him, right? The first thing we say is, "Oh, you're not supposed to do that," right? But we didn't teach him that. We taught him someone hits you, you hit back, right? Okay.
Everybody here probably is.
And then, like most of us, we grew up in the same neighborhood. We all from Roxbury, right? So, and from the heart of it, right? So now let's deal with that issue, right?
Old El Paso. Old El Paso, nigga. Old El Paso.
Old El Paso. Right? Even in old El Paso, right? We have these issues in our community where we grow up like nobody in this room came out the gate being on some thug shit. Nobody came out the gate on some Skids, don't look at me like that. Nigga, he's a fucking basketball player.
Look at all
basketball, football, we had rock fights, we had several street fights. That's but I'm saying, like, it was this, listen, yeah, no bullshit, right? Even with our music, our music went from fight the power to fuck the police to we the realest niggas. Yeah. Just like that. Boom, 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 right? You know what I'm saying? To shook ones. Like, if motherfuckers don't even want me to start talking, because then I'm gonna start preaching shit. You talking that shit? You know what I'm talking about. It's real.
Alright, this is a lot of soliloquy, MLK shit. I'm gonna talk about the motherfucking nigga Takeoff, because that's what everybody wanna hear. But like Jack said, man,
I wouldn't shoot. I mean, yo, I'm gonna shoot gang rob police with me. I'm gonna tell you, I got so much money. I'm gonna have security. If you got a tape, if I got that much money, I'm gonna be in the.
But let's talk. Everybody in the scene for of this shooting, of this incident that took place. R.I.P. to Takeoff, right? But let me ask y'all a question, right? Who the fuck has seen anybody shoot nice? I'll wait. Hold on. I'll wait. Hold on. In all the footage that you've seen of this so-called dice game where this man lost his life, who's seen somebody shoot dice? I'll wait.
but that's not even the issue.
That is the issue.
No. That is not the whole issue. I get what you're saying. The whole issue is all of us think we so motherfucking tough is what I'm saying, man. And all we is tough against each other. All we do, nigga, the illest nigga you know, how many niggas he killed? He killed all your black niggas. Like niggas ain't like I don't think nobody out there tough, nigga. Their resume is built on killing niggas.
I swear, all my way coming back, over this whole week, right? Like we've been talking hand in hand, then once we spoke on your birthday. One thing I was thinking about was definitely having this conversation, especially once we find out Takeoff passed. And I started thinking, and I was like, this is one thing I look at. We have to change the idea of what we think is real, what is tough. And it was what you spoke on earlier, especially like speaking to our sons as black men, right? So definitely with our daughters, we want to be protected. Yo, your daughter has to move this way, that way. How many of us really have a conversation with our sons like, you know what? You don't have to conquer everyone the way we was taught, right? Like how many of us have those real conversations? But also, what is real? Like in the black community, like if you did time in prison, if you have the idea of, okay, if you're smart, if you have a college scholarship for education, things of that nature, like that is looked down on. Like you gotta go look at the bummy dude that you got my sneakers on that's 6'5" at 12 years old. Like I'm gonna follow this dude. Meanwhile, you got this cat that's sitting up here smarter than the whistle. Like we don't respect that. We don't respect the people that. So, back to the whole you guys idea, we're on the same page. Like what we respect as real, everybody can bleed. Ain't nobody Superman. I don't give a fuck how many weights you lift, how many bodies you count, whatever. Anybody can be got anytime. Nobody's Superman.
This is why I said, but I'm not knocking nothing anyone is saying. Bottom line is, all that makes sense. We have a cultural issue.
I agree.
But what I'm saying is, how do you say fuck all that? But how do you save your life? Like we have these cultural differences. We have all these problems. Nigga, don't go, nigga. The nigga ain't from Houston. Why the fuck you at anywhere with Jay Prince or Winnie? Like, why are you going? Nigga, was saying, I'm not doing it. Jay Prince, everybody, nigga.
That's like you have
You ain't going to a dice game. You ain't going to a dice game tonight. You niggas want to start a dice game? I'm not.
We all, one at a time.
We all heard the rumors, right? Because the rumor is his own man shot. The rumor is his own man shot. That's one of the rumors, right? I'm just saying, for instance, right? Again, back to these videos of the incident. Back to the videos of this incident, right? You see dudes reach for the camera. You see, it's just a lot of shit going on, right? But the bottom line is, okay, what we do see, let's deal with the facts. What we've seen, right? Because everybody grabs their fucking phones when this shit get heated, right? When somebody's laying dead, everybody grabs their fucking phone, right? When somebody gets shot, everybody grabs their fucking phone, like, nigga, shots ring off. What the fuck are you doing with your phone? Right? Because that's the fucked up, that's the fucked up society that we live in right now.
Why the fuck you driving around a 54 and shit for with Jay Prince? Go the fuck on. What you gonna say to me?
Yo, why did
If I'm dead and you see me driving down a 54, no! If I'm at a bowling alley, what you gonna say to me?
You're a millionaire ass.
We can't do this. Without yelling.
No, the golf had everybody.
We need control. We need control. I'm not yelling right now. I'm telling you, what do you want to say to me? What do you want to say to me at the time?
I'm going to say to you, if you were to take off Quavo or anyone in that, even Jay Prince,
No,
I'm answering your question.
You wasn't with me.
What is your millionaire ass doing in the middle of the hood? And that's that's one of the problems. And that's exactly what our problem is. That's one of the problems. We have this idea that we gotta go back to the hood. We gotta keep it real. We gotta do all this bullshit. But let me ask you shit, right? Because if we go right back to the root of the problem, we can't be around each other. It's a lot of $100,000 I can't be around you no more because you won't take it from me. Not necessarily.
Most of the time, that's what we say. You ain't with wolves. Yes, they are. You ain't with wolves. Yes, they are. You we do, but what I'm saying is, what do we do? That's already been, we know that. But what do we do to keep ourselves safe? Because we do have a cultural issue. We're past that.
Yo,
So
let me ask,
what do we do next?
what?
Let me ask you something, right?
No, it's all good. I'm just trying to figure out, yo, why take off and get killed?
We don't
Hey, you know what? Listen.
No, I know. Hey, hold on.
Like you said,
I'm
not a rumor guy. Supposedly over a dice game. But guess what?
No, but did you?
I don't know the details. Stop.
Go ahead.
Because that's.
Let him talk. Go ahead.
We think it was over some bread?
I don't know.
Sound about right?
Maybe. Okay.
They say Quavo was the problem here. Over some bread?
Could have been.
In the hood?
Go ahead.
Money? Somebody?
Go ahead.
That's all it is. We having this conversation and we ain't gonna fix nothing. I know we gotta have it. It's great, cool, got you. Next month we can just hold off on this conversation because next month we gonna have the same one again.
This is my point. Hold on. When we first started,
Right.
right? I said that we respect the takeoff.
No, I got you, but
No. What I want to
you don't
say
think
is
it's
that
shit. You put yourself in a situation. We know what's gonna happen in a bowling alley when you got that much money.
okay. So
I don't even have that much money, but it's not happening to me right now. I'm right.
The more than
How we avoid it. It's going to happen, but how do we avoid it? It's going to happen next week.
Am I right?
Ain't no avoiding.
Fellas, we can have a conversation.
Let's just be real.
Put yourself in a better situation to survive.
Well, he knew that.
But hold on. All right. When
He
I
made a
start
choice.
this off, like,
Yeah.
it's definitely parts of takeoff, right? So we're not gonna delve into takeoff's issue or what have you.
Gotcha. That's it. He's dead.
But like what I was saying,
Right.
and I think what Jesus is on the same along the lines of, there's thousands of takeoffs being murdered.
Right.
Okay, right? So now back to a community issue, because we to delve into who had what happened with Quavo, takeoff, who's that?
Right.
I don't know that, and we can't even
We
expound
don't
on
know.
that. But
Yeah.
what we can talk about, right, is that there's a takeoff being murdered somewhere else right now, right? So there's black people that's going down amongst the hands of black people. And I think it goes back to the exact same thing of communities, right, and us being that idea of fight first. Right, that's our mentality, right? I have nothing.
Well, yeah.
So
We know
I agree with
that.
everything you said. I never
Right,
done that.
I know that.
You're saying
We
anything.
all are. I know
Agree.
that.
Thousands of
But like, it seemed like you started taking off.
But what I'm saying is, because this podcast is positive, past all that, let's not keep reiterating. What do we do to avoid that situation now?
It's not that simple.
It's not, I'm not saying it's simple, but isn't there ways, in hindsight, thousands now. Well, no, this is what I'm saying. How does takeoff, now that you said takeoff, Quavo, how do they avoid that situation? We're talking motherfuckers out there now, fuck with cultural dishes, cultural differences and all that. How do you avoid that situation now? So a young nigga don't get caught up in that. How do you avoid what just happened?
We'll go around the table.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I want to leave out there for the young motherfuckers. How to avoid not to get in that situation.
We're ending the podcast.
Is there any person?
One at a time,
Right.
they'll speak from that, because we always want to leave a positive note.
On a
Everything
positive
is fine.
To avoid
No,
that.
I got a lot, not a positive note, but like a resolution. Like, what
None
is
of
your
that.
idea?
Not gonna get that.
No, just your idea of what we can do to be better.
I got a whole lot of stuff that I need to say, but I know we want a timeline. So the bottom line is this: be the change that you want to see. Bottom line.
Always say teamwork. Teamwork. You
I just say, you know what? Love your brother.
You niggas is clowning out here now. So before, is you niggas crazy? So before takeoff, say you could talk to takeoff before that happened in Quavo. The dumb shit y'all just said y'all want to tell me?
Hold on.
Be a part like, come on. You niggas just said some dumb shit. You gonna say that to me before I go there?
Be the change you want to see.
That's what you want to say to me before I go there?
Let's deal with the facts, right?
How y'all gonna say that to me before I go there?
Let's deal with the facts. First and foremost, again,
Please.
your millionaire ass
Please.
was advocated, no disrespect to none of the Migos, take off for nobody. You're a multi-millionaire in the hood, in an environment that you ain't got no business in, first and foremost.
Talk to your brother. Let me
I feel so fucked up about the situation. Because if you look at these goddamn videos, deal with the facts. Takeoff was doing nothing but this.
But hold on.
He was standing there. He wasn't arguing with nobody. He was shooting the fucking dice. The nigga didn't have no money out. They didn't roll him. None of that. So the nigga got killed. Absolutely. But my whole thing is this. In order, back to what I said, in order, be the change you want to see. If you know this type of shit happens, you know you can't go to the fucking hood. But you know you can't be in these type of things.
Talk like you talking to your man. That's not
I am talking like I'm talking to my man. Like when you get in certain positions, sometimes, when you listen, if you hit the motherfucking Powerball tomorrow, the Powerball right now is at what? 700, after cash out, it's like 700,000, right? 700,000, right?
They're gonna tax that too.
No, it's like 1.5 billion, right? Okay, so hold on, right? It's like 1.5 billion. So I'm gonna get to my fucking point.
right? If you cash out, you get $700 and something million, right? Right? Regardless of what, right? You're $400 and something fucking million richer than you was yesterday, right? Now, the point of what I'm saying to you is this, right? You're gonna try to take care of people, but everybody can't always fucking go, man. And for some reason, we don't accept that. Everybody can't always go.
And if I don't go with anybody, anything, niggas just suck.
And that's the reason why you gotta be fucking changed. Because I'm not going around niggas who's trying to shit.
I'm a follower.
All that shit. No matter how you look at it, teamwork makes the dream work.
I'm a follower. If I don't get $12 I'm hitting trash up. You going out in the parking lot, trash this one left. Yeah, like that's what I'm doing. I'm
Let's talk, right? When I hit this fucking Powerball tomorrow, I'm gonna be somewhere. None of you motherfuckers is gonna know where I'm at, right? But all I'm gonna do is say, I ain't gonna let nobody know what the fuck I'm at. Y'all should say, yo, send me the motherfucking routing number and your fucking account number. Your routing number and your account number. I'm gonna send you some bread, and that's it. I see what I see.
Everything all said was valid, but it goes right back to my point. We have a cultural issue. Because as soon as I get some money, I can't go somewhere that I'm used to being because I got to worry about my own people sticking.
Don't go there.
But that's why I go to live. All right back to that cultural issue. But guess what? Instead of me coming back trying to show you how I got it, I can't. But that's not fair.
I know, but you can't.
You can't love nobody else.
Yo, I'm with you, but you can't. No, look at the way.
I just gotta ask questions, right?
You can't.
Because this is going back to what started to we talking about anti-Semitic statements, we talking about race, we talking about all these different things, right? Let me ask y'all this, right? Why the fuck? Let me ask y'all this, right? Let me ask y'all this, right? And correct me if I'm wrong. Do white people not wear Gucci? They do. Do white people not drive Bentleys? They do. Do white people not wear Balenciagas? They do. Do Kardashians not do all this flashy, the fucking Birkin bags and the fucking all this shit, right? Right? Do they not wear jewelry?
All of that for what?
All that for what? Yeah. Why the fuck they don't stick each other? I'm done.
That's my point.
I'm gonna walk away on that, bro. You know what it is, man.
It's a little different than the usual years, man. Like, we ain't getting tipped off, topped off, like we normally do. But yo, definitely stay tuned. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. Yo, family as always, man. Love y'all. Happy birthday, Skizzo.
It's your boy Alex Kids. Scorpio season in effect, man. Shout out to all Scorpios. Happy birthday, Lex. Happy birthday, Things. Happy birthday to Nikki. Happy birthday to Mika. Happy birthday, Toya. It's a lot. I can't get it.
Don't forget about the Wave God, man.
The Wave God should have left. The Wave God, November 2. November 2 to November 3 is my birthday. Because me and Frog, Wavy God, #1, we get it in every year. And we're going to always.